Suddenly somebody come by, sneaks your way. You pull back in the nick of time, head over heels, over the falls, the bugger and grind. That's a hard shot, easy, easy bullet. 'Cause you know that hard shot, easy, easy bullet. I scored a gig on a Thursday night. Felt relief because the timing was just right. 2 hours passed, we bowed down, yeah. Played for free, no more money. What's up with that man? That's a hard shot, easy, easy bullet. You know that hard shot, easy, easy bullet. As you know, 'cause when you're feeling low, when you're feeling low, don't know where to turn or which way to go. You knew it right from the start, from the very start. You're a victim of a hard shot. Well, sing it with me, bullet. Hard shot, easy, easy bullet. Time. Friday night down the beach, everybody's feeling fine. Like all good things must come to an end, yeah. You wake up, your head aches, you don't learn. Well, let's do it again. That's a hard shot, easy, easy bullet. 'Cause you know that hard shot, easy, easy bullet. 'Cause you know that when you're feeling low, when you're feeling low, don't know where to turn or which way to go. Do it right from the start, from the very start. And you're a victim of a hard shot. Sing it with me. Everybody's coming down to play. He's playing like the music every night and day. Sing it with me. Everybody listen, Kenny Roberts play. He's playing like the music down in South Key. Everybody's coming down to easy, easy. He's playing like the music every night and day. Everybody's listen, Kenny Roberts play. He's playing like the music down in South Key. But everybody's coming down to easy, easy. He's playing like the music every night and day. Everybody's listen, Kenny Roberts play. He's playing like the music down in South Key. Hard shot, easy bullet, you know.
Hard shot, ise bule. Everyone goes, what does that mean exactly? Ise bule. I go, no, it's easy bule.
And bule is?
Bully, like, hey, hey, bully, how you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We used to say that with the guys, the big brothers in school. Hey, brother's the bull. Huh? He's the bull. What's going on
Or
here?
when you forget the person's name.
Yeah.
Oh, bule.
How you, brother? How you, girlfriend? How you? And how you, beef stew? Have a jang gang. Aloha no. My name is Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you probably couldn't tell by what was written underneath us, but you know what? Let's change that so that when we say something, it makes sense.
There you
How's
go.
that? But anyway, let's say hi to a few of the people. You see me throwing the their posts up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a special guest, by the way, Stephen Espaniola,
Yay.
coming in from San Francisco.
The Bay Area.
That's right. And he's no stranger to the Daily Pigeon. He's been on before and played some ukulele and stuff. I hung out with him in San Francisco and always do when I go there. Great guy. But he'll be talking about teaching ukulele, what it's like to be there, and totally into Hawaiian music
Nice.
and traveling. He's got some gigs on the East Coast, I understand. So
Wow.
we'll be talking about that. But let's say how's it to Steven? How you, brother? My Hawaiian high school friend. And then Darlene saying how's it to Devin and you, Devin on YouTube. I'm still getting over the fence, thing.
I was gonna say debacle, but it wasn't a debacle. It
No,
was
no,
just
no.
hard work.
It went well, but it was just this, me and my Hispanic friend, manual labor. I gotta tell you, he taught me a few lessons. Yeah, there we go. Hey, how's it, Andy Bumatai and James? By the way, I for those people who see the Augie T thing still come up, I found out what was adding Augie T instead of James Money, and it was the restream side.
The Menehune was hiding in there.
That he was hiding it. Yeah, that's too funny. Aloha to both of you. Another rainy day in Mililani. Yeah, the fence guys came. They put up some posts and then got rained out, left. So it's going to kick things down. How's it on this rainy day? Hi, Pokoliti. Well, it's doing good. So far, we're doing good.
So I
But,
guess the weatherman would say, or weather person would say, there's a really good chance of rain today.
hey, look, Stephen Espanola just came in on the camera on the thing. Let me say how's it to Edward De Los Santos and man, come on, throat, you can do this. Let me bring Stephen on and we'll have him say hi to the Hammer Jang gang. There we go. Let's see. How's it, Stephen? Aloha, no, bruh. Let me bring you in. Hold on. I'm going to assign you to guest one, and then let's see how you look, okay? There we go.
Hey,
How do you sound?
Hey, how's it?
Oh, there
How's
we
it,
go.
Andy? How's
sounds
it,
good.
James?
How's it? How's it?
Yeah, and then we'll have Nani Aloha let us know if the level's okay. Don't touch anything on your side, Stephen. I'll do it on this side, okay?
I'm not touching anything.
You're looking good, brother.
I'm not even breathing.
Yeah, this is the internet side. Before we go on television, I'll give you fair warning, okay?
Okay. Shoots.
That reminds me of when I was doing the comedy clubs. The comics had this thing they used to do to the new comics, right? Just before the new comic goes on, they would walk up and go, "Bro, you're on pretty soon. You better go get changed." And the comic go, "Well, I was gonna wear this."
Yeah, what's wrong with this?
Okay, whatever. It's your show. Good luck. Comics are the worst. Kulika says, I'll trade you 42 for a high with 15-mile-per-hour winds, but it's sunny or was now dark. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, Steven. By the way, just while we have the whole Hammer gang listening, and James across here, of course, sorry that we couldn't bring you in last time. We were
Oh
disappointed.
no, minus. Yeah. I was a muted spectator.
That sounds like something you'd buy at C's candy store. Would you like to try some of the muted spectators?
Oh no.
Oh, especially with the sprinkles. Yeah, here Nani saying hi. Look at this, Nani. We actually have Steven here, and he sounds great.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. Hey. Oh yeah. Let me try this cam here. I've been working on this one. I cannot get it to focus. So cross your fingers. Ooh, did I touch your light?
Yeah.
Sorry. All kinds. Okay. I'm trying to show the people on TV what the chat looks like. You see? Oh, you know what? It looks like
Oh,
it's
there we
just.
go.
Yeah, but it looks like it's just. There. See if I bring my hand in like that. right there, then you can see it. So maybe I got to do that. What I'm trying to do is convince the TV people to join us on the live side, Stephen. You know,
Oh, I see.
to
Yeah.
say, hey, I know you're watching on TV, but if you like, your name jump up on the screen like Buddy Freaky, right? All you got to do is join us live in here, and then you can comment, right? I
How
think
long
that's
is the TV portion?
well. We do 6 segments, right? James and I do the first one. It's 8 minutes, right? And then you do 5 segments, right? You'll be on 5 segments. The first 4 are 8 minutes, and then the last one is 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And by the way,
You
this
know,
is a very technical way to
That's-
show people that. I
yeah.
went to school
But
for
Andy,
this.
you never say I was gonna have to do math.
Bruh, I'll get calculator.
I'm in
Well,
public school, you know.
I'll tell you, Stephen. I love doing this. The only problem is, you know, people start getting into a very interesting story, and then I have to go. Stephen, I gotta cut you off because we're gonna pause for the cause. We'll be right back after this, and then I come
Right.
back. Bro, finish your story. Oh, what was I talking about?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll keep it light.
Buddy Freaky saying, "How's that? How you, buddy? Nice to have you back, everybody. Hey, and Darlene S. Having good day to you, Buddy Freaky. Yeah, okay. I got a raise. Look at this. Wait, here. Maybe I should do this. This is how far behind I am on the chat. Okay, there's a Watts 45. Hold on. Let me see if I can do my little thing so maybe we can see him. Cannot. Ah, anyway,
Oh, there we go.
Kevin.
There we go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look,
Yeah, now
that's
it's
not too
in.
bad. Yeah, it
Oh,
goes in
there we
and
go.
out. Well, I'll figure it out. Hey, always a 50-50 chance of rain. Okay, heading down to the bottom, trying to get here. Hey, Matt Statter in the Holly. How are you, Matt Statter? There you go. That looks pretty good. Hers against the blurry background. You know, we can pretend it's a Kerry Lake video. Okay. Um, let's see. You want to try doing the first segment, James?
Yeah, we can give it a try.
Okay. So, Stephen, if you don't mind hanging out, he and I vala out for the first 8 minutes, and then then we come back, and then I'll say, we'll be right back with Stephen Espaniola. And when you hear your name,
Ta-da!
Yeah.
that's when you start getting nervous. Don't you hate this, Stephen? You ever have anybody like you're about to go on stage and they go to introduce you and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now is a gentleman who plays a fantastic ukulele." Hey, oh, nice your shirt, bro. Where you get that shirt? Like, oh, come on, bro.
They
You ever
start,
had that?
Yeah. All the time.
they start to build it up, and about to say your name, and then they veer to the left.
Fear to the
Yeah.
left. Yeah. It's a talent. That's why MCs are so good
Important.
ones
Yeah,
are so
important.
sought after. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. We'll go here. You hang out if you can. Okay, then I'm gonna go here. Let's do the opening. Okay, gang.
No, you're
No,
right,
the
opening.
first one we don't have to do. Hey, Thomas the Turtle, mahalo for subscribing and reminding me that the alerts are in fact on. Okay, so let's play our fancy opening takain. Here we go.
Hey, how's it? Like a full-time job.
Yeah, good thing neither of us are working.
And then tell me what you have. So it's so funny.
How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you're watching a podcast. And the reason I mentioned that specifically is because, when we first thought about doing this show and the television people were going, maybe you shouldn't call it a podcast because people don't know what that is on TV, right? Now, on television, by the way, the people who are watching, we shoot a podcast and edit out the portions that you see on this show, right? And I'm thinking, well, maybe they're right. Maybe we shouldn't call it a podcast. And then I'm watching clips from The View.
The View, the TV show The View.
Yeah, that's a podcast,
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
right?
just like us hanging out.
Right. All they lack is, like big mics and arms sticking in there with, if they were hanging out and not dressed as nice and didn't have professional makeup.
Oh, you're not wearing makeup?
No. Yeah.
I am.
Oh, I thought the beard was real.
No, it's drawn in
Oh, that's
very nicely.
so. How many eyebrow pencils do you go through a day?
I use a pack of 10 every week.
Oh, there you go. Hey, here's Buddy Fricky. He's been counting down days till he comes to Maui.
Oh, nice.
Look at this here. 2 more days. And he was months out watching the show. Oh, pretty soon, right? Okay. And here's Kulika saying, how's it to Mad Statter? And by the way, those of you watching on television, right? What this are the people on the live show commenting, and I'm able to double click them like Thumbs the Turtle right here and throw them on the screen. I may be able to show you this. Hold on, let me go to this camera. This is what the chat looks like. Can you see that? These are all the people here. Like, see that? And it goes in and out and gets blurry, but we'll you get an idea. You see, these are all the people, and you'll see the little icons. Some are on YouTube, some are on Facebook, some are on LinkedIn, some are on Twitch. But any one of those programs, you can check us out at 3 p.m.
Every weekday.
Weekdays. That's right. And join in, and then you can be part of the TV show, and I'll see you and like Devin going, hey, ha, 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 ha. There we go.
And that's how you get a live shout out on the podcast.
There you go. Look at that. Nani Aloha, one of our moderationists. She says, come visit us in the chat, folks. Yeah. And by the way, for those of you who go, I don't know if I want to be a part of an internet chat, it tends to be a little, shall we say, rough. No. We have moderators that we call moderationists.
Yes.
We have Nani Aloha, C. Honda, Devin, and Ware, and they play whack-a-mole with anybody like act stupid.
Yeah. That's why we get a good, clean, family-friendly chat room.
That's right. And we make a special effort to avoid what we call the 3 calls: political, medical, and cynical. Because you got plenty other places for, spockanize that if you like. This is not one of them. Devin puts on my paper hat. We teased her because when she was in training to be a moderator, I went, I hear a crinkly paper hat somewhere, because she has the paper hat that says trainee. And, I know, there it is.
And
right?
I think this is what the View should add, is a chat room, a live chat room.
Why they haven't, I don't get it. But guess what? We did it first
Yes, we did.
because we're here. Ooh, look at this here. Pokoli T says, warning to anyone thinking about joining the chat. It can be very addictive. In a good way, I think.
Good way, yes.
Yeah. Hi, Deborah. Deborah Casey Jones coming all the way in from Kentucky. We have people from all over, of course.
Bluegrass State.
Bluegrass. There he is. And here's Pakalika. I'm trying to get used to calling him Pakalika. When he was a small kid and, we called him Little Patrick. But now, Pakalika, yes. Pakalika. There. Okay, we'll listen and watch more. And we have our own language, by the way, for the people on TV. K means you're just lurking and you won't be, you'll be watching it like it's television.
Yeah. Where you can't comment.
Right.
to
OG
everybody else.
Sumo Vibe coming in from San Francisco. Hey, OG, we got Steven Espaniola who will be joining us in the second segment. And he's, of course, from your zip code. So stay tuned for that.
The Bay Area.
Yeah, and Rick S. We have two Rick S's, and this is Aloha from the Ninth Island. That's Las Vegas, of course. How often do you go to Las Vegas?
Not as frequent as I used to. I would like to. The last time I was there, maybe pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, hey. Aloha. Oh, Anne's in the house. Anne, Nani corrected me. I was saying Anne's in school for social media, but she's studying digital marketing,
Oh,
which sounds like it is way more lucrative.
yeah, way more lucrative and definitely things we know nothing about.
Nothing about, And
So we appreciate what you're learning.
Well, Anne is, she was one of the Hammock Jang gang, still is. But then as she would, she's a moderator, of course. But, I was going, hey, could you help me buy an ad? We bought a Facebook ad and she just kind of took to it like a fish to water and went, I kind of like this. And then went off to do the schooling.
Nice.
I know, so I can't wait. Look, hey Patrick, currently at the chiropractor, need adjustment. You should have had them fix the alignment on your car while you're there.
I could use some of that too.
We used my truck to clean the yard, right? And I still got to go out there and clean my truck.
That's the one bad thing about using a truck as a work truck.
Well, yeah, I mean, we filled it full of rubbish and wood and all kinds,
I got the hard cover on the back, so anytime anybody asks me, "Can you use your truck for move furniture?" Oh, cannot. I don't know how to take off the cover.
Cannot. I don't know how.
Sorry, yeah.
All right, gang. That's our first segment, and we'd like to remind you that we will be back with Stephen Espaniola, falsetto singer, ukulele teacher, right after this. Don't go away. Thanks, How long we gotta stay frozen?
I don't know. I'm still waiting till you move. I'm waiting for you to move first.
I'm not gonna move first. You move first. Cause what? If we screw up, it's my fault.
Oh, I just following your lead though.
Okay.
Is this a competition now?
What if we just do this to the whole commercial break and we just stay here, and when we come back, we're in the exact same position?
Oh, that would be a challenge, but I'm up for it.
My arm is falling asleep already.
I might have to call Hammer Jang Gang, try to wake you guys up, but I cannot move.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me move this out. There, I'm up free. Okay, hold on. Let me make the, I got to put this, Stevens, see this shot here? This is what we call the gecko cam or mo'o cam, and we do this so that when I'm editing, I can find the end point more easy.
Oh, nice. Oh, cool. I didn't realize you were sharing the giant widescreen monitor in the middle like that.
Yeah, we don't really.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the dots, all of these, that's all the videos I made, and your Sakura is in there also. And then over there, so we can monitor the different sites that we're on. We're on 8 platforms, right?
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, let's see what, hey, Lono's saying, how's it? Hey, Corey Titterman, where's Corey? Hey, brother Corey. Oh, there he is right here from the Seattle area there. Kiho'alu, you know Corey, Stephen? You know
I know. Yeah, I think no, I haven't met him.
Yeah, he plays with Kermit Apio a lot up there, and they, they jam and stuff.
Kermit Apio.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, let me get out of this shot so I think I can find it.
Worldwide Island Nation Cafe is on. Said hello.
Well, okay,
Right
there he is, right there. Hey, how's it there, James? Mahalo. How are you, brother? Thank you. Okay, let's see if my fancy graphic things work. Hold on. How's it? Thank you so much. Great to be here. Oh, okay.
Oh, do that when I come on. Can you do that when I come on?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I got one. In fact, I think I have one over here. In fact, this one's better. You like this one better?
Yeah,
That's the Rowdy Bunch.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
this is that club you played that you were texting me from.
It sounds like a old school, like, like back in the day, club back in Hawaii.
wait, hold on. I don't know why let's still the
Oh,
Hannah Jenkins.
Leah Dang,
There you
my
go.
sister Leah Dang from Hilo.
Yeah, look at and hold. Oh, that's from an old video. Gil Soto, you showing your age. Oh, when I say showing your age, that's when I did like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, I've been saying that we're coming up on our fourth year, but we're ending. Oh, no, we're coming up on our third. I shouldn't even try. Oh, this
More
is good
math.
TV right here. Freeze tag. What else? We're playing freeze. I hear your voice, monkey. Uh-oh, watch out.
Yeah,
Who's that? Who's Lay
that's
Dang?
my good friend in Hilo. That's
Oh,
her term of endearment is monkey for me.
oh. The canoe house applauding. Oh, I remember the canoe house. Couldn't remember the name of it, Patrick. I used to own it. I bought this nightclub. Lost so much money. Somebody goes, "What's the club you used to own?" Oh, I get mental block. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try to do another segment. What do you say? Okay, let me stop, reset the timer,
And then the clicker.
and then the clicker. This is segment 2.
Yep.
On I don't know if you saw the banner on the thing that we run before we run the show, Stephen. We say, "Come joining us on the internet and watch us make a TV show."
Yeah, this.
The attempt.
Yeah. Oh, we should. That's even better. We should change it to attempt to make a TV show. Hey, and here's Gil Soto from Texas saying, "How's it, Stephen Espaniola?" Right there. How's it? Okay.
All right.
You're on deck. We'll do the opening and we'll come right back and then we'll introduce you and then we'll think about what we should talk about.
Yeah. Oh, we talking about stuff?
Oh, nah. Are you kidding? We're gonna talk about subjects they talked about on The View.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll put my glasses down so I look like Whoopi Goldberg.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, I do have my own makeup person right here.
Oh, do you? Oh, you're doing better than us. Okay, let me go to a Gecko Cam so I can find it. Okay, we'll do that. Let this here sit for a while. You know what? By the way, this Gecko Cam, when I'm editing, sometimes I bring the logo up on this and then go to us. So
Oh, that might be cool.
let's let it sit for a while and then we'll come back.
Cool if you
Okay?
can get that sponsored by Geico. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gecko Cam.
Okay. Here we go. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And guess what? We have a special guest, and we're not afraid to use him. Please help us welcome Mr. Stephen Espanola. How's it, Stephen?
How's
Oh,
it?
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot.
Oh yeah, I was waiting. There we go.
Please sit down. Please. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know. Amazing. Stephen, all the way from the San Francisco area, right? That particular zip code has so much Hawaiian music activity. Am I wrong?
Oh no, you're very very correct. I mean, yeah, everyone from Kavika Alfici, Patrick Landeza, Patrick Mokuokane, Kumu Patrick Mokuokane, Kumu Marco Omalu. The list goes on. Faith Ako.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, very 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 privileged and honored to be in an area that feels the most like being back home. Perpetuating the culture over here.
And many of the names that you've mentioned have been nominated and won Nahoku Hano Hano Awards here in Hawaii.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Most recently, a good friend Patrick Landeza has won the Slack Key categories, the Kiho Alu. And so he's sort of, paving the way for the rest of us and to, get some looks over here on the mainland.
Yeah, there was a time I remember. This must have been 10 years ago when people said, "Oh, no fair, those guys. They on the mainland and they win in Hawaiian Hoku Hano Hano awards, right?"
Yeah,
But that's all over.
yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit more inclusive now. There was actually more categories that I can enter now. I think back, just as short as a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I could only do the slack key category. I think it was, I think the Hawaiian music category. But now there's probably like maybe like 7 or 8 categories that I can qualify for.
Including best music video.
Hawaiian music video and Hawaiian single of the year,
Wow.
and also Hakumele is another one that which is a songwriting category that I can enter now. So
Nani Aloha wants to know, she says here, hold on, let me clickanize her good. Stephen, where do you play? Your white shirt, it's hard to
ah
read
yeah, here we go.
the stuff
How's
on
that?
there, but that's okay. But what she wants to know is, do you play anywhere on a regular basis? I know you were
I,
at that club for a long time.
I do actually. I've been playing at a place called Hawaiian restaurant in San Carlos called Noelani's.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
was there. I watched that
yeah,
show.
yeah, Noelani's. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I play there every other Saturday, and then this upcoming Saturday I'll be there.
When for the people watching, Kamaka and Brown and I, we were touring, right? So we
Yeah,
went down to where Stephen works, right, and set up in the corner and did a live broadcast. Remember that?
it
Of
was
you in the
fun.
corner.
Yeah,
What fun! And it was crazy. I
yeah,
was so surprised how many people. It's a restaurant, so
yeah.
but how many people came to just see your set?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think you guys had a lot to do with it too. It was sort of like maybe like the beginnings of what you're doing here, you know,
Yeah, yeah, I think
and
so.
we were kind of doing it back then, and I think there was even like a chat feature too where people could, oh look, somebody said Noelani is so ono.
Yeah, that's OG
Yeah,
Sumo Vibe. He's
yeah,
in San Francisco area.
calm down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Watch out, brother. Can eat. Samoan Hawaiian. Figure that. Yeah. And Devin says, OG Sumo Vibe. Not sure if the Kiki would appreciate it. Uh-oh. Private conversation. Avert your
Oh yeah.
eyes. Avert your eyes. Okay. So anyway, Nani's, you're at Nohalani's. I mean,
Norlanis.
Nohalani's.
Noelani's, yeah, yeah.
And if when we were talking while we were doing the tech test, you mentioned
Mhm.
something about going to the East Coast.
Yeah, that's so I'm doing a few this year I'm doing a lot of ukulele festivals where I teach workshops. And
Yeah,
so the first couple I'm doing one called the Allegheny Ukulele Soiree.
you
And
better
that's
learn
in
how to say it before
I
you
know,
go
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
Schwarway? Oh,
Sorbet.
almost
That one's
sorbet.
in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
sort of near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So that's the first one I'm doing, and that's in April 21st. Then
Wow.
I'm doing one shortly after that in Denver, or close to Denver, Colorado, called the Rocky Mountain Uke Fest.
Uh-huh.
And then after that in upstate New York, another ukulele festival. So usually, if I'm invited to an ukulele festival, I'm sort of the Hawaiian contingent. I'm the representation. And then there's all sorts of other genres that are covered.
Yeah.
From Tin Pan Alley stuff to folk music, country, all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
Oh,
it's the
well, that's
ukulele is
interesting.
definitely growing. Yeah.
How do they get in touch with you? I mean, do they see you online, or how do they know of you?
That's a good question. A lot of it is just like referrals from some of my other friends who've played some of these festivals, and for a while I was doing a YouTube Hawaiian tutorial, ukulele tutorial instruction,
I love
and
those.
so yeah, people were just finding me, sort of that
Yeah.
roundabout way. So that too from my website, and then the more that I do, it sort of like snowballs, and then word of mouth. Other festivals hear about me and reach out, or I'll reach out to them.
I used to live in Pittsburgh, and they have
Ah,
a Hawaii community there. There was actually one of the Conley Inns hotel. They had like a
okay.
whole luau performance with a fire knife dancer, Tahitian
Wow.
dancers. So it's the Allegheny River, which goes through Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Hopefully, there'll be some, people still there that could actually
Yeah.
come in and watch you perform.
That's awesome. So you know of Allegheny, then you know of that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that area. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
I
So
had
it's
never heard of it before I was invited, and I just heard of the word soiree. Soiree.
We'll both work on
I'm
saying
gonna work
that.
on that word.
We'll work on saying that.
Isn't that where they put like ice cream and then
No,
cookies and
that's
ice cream?
sorbet.
Oh, that's parfait.
I'll tell you what, gang.
Perfect.
We're gonna be back with more of Stephen Espanola, and we will all work on how to say soiree together. Oh, true Hamajang gang, bro.
That
You the
is-
best. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Aloha.
Should I spell them? I think
What is the word?
Soiree. I think.
Oh,
That's
don't
yeah.
spell it, bro. You know what I mean?
It's French.
I think spelling it makes it worse.
Makes it worse. Yeah.
Then you're all
Okay.
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Nani was saying, check out Daniel's chat here. Look what Daniel had to say here. He said, looking forward to, what is that, Colorado? CO? What is
Yep,
that?
Colorado.
Yeah, we get Uncle George, Sonny Lim, Herb Jr. coming in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the Uncle George does this ukulele master, not ukulele masters, but Hawaiian masters concert that he does.
Mm.
how let me just out of curiosity, how hard is it to teach someone how to play a musical instrument over the internet?
Like when pandemic first started, that was a real struggle because everybody was just getting in tune with Zoom. All of my students prior to the pandemic were in person.
Yeah.
Because I like to have that, like I like to say, like, if they're doing it wrong, I'm all like, no, like this, and like I like to move their fingers.
Yeah.
Then like I had to really really expand the way that I teach and learn to be a little bit more observant, and eventually I got used to it, but it was definitely like a learning curve I had to adapt to,
Mm.
and a lot of
Oh,
my peers have done the same as well.
a Watts 45 says a soiree means a fancy evening affair. Thank you, Google. I didn't think of that. Hold on. Let's try.
So you
Soiree.
can ask Siri.
Soiree.
Yeah. Hey, Google, what's the definition of soiree?
On the website merriam-webster.com, they say soiree, a fancy evening party. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Wow.
Oh, you cannot tell a local boy fancy, because then how are you going to dress now?
That's
I
the
go fancy.
well,
Oh, what? I got an Iron Man shirt.
yeah,
So I got to wear
or
pants
the
with my slippers.
yeah, exactly. The slippers with normal tape on top.
But
I have one.
but the one with no more tape
No, I
with the
get
paper clip underneath.
Mine's get duct tape.
But Devin has a great phonetic spelling. Soiree.
Oh,
That's super helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Soiree.
is, isn't it? Look at
Yeah.
this. And he goes, oh wait, how am I gonna do it? She says soiree.
somebody put
Soiree.
Suarez.
Look, see, Gil was trying to help, but sorry, Gil, this was of no help.
No, that made it worse.
Soiree.
Oh, that's Holly can show you.
Show you, that's the show you.
Hey, I like that soiree.
But soiree, use it in a sentence. Oh, the buggo in soiree.
Oh, that thing was rated R because he went sorry.
I was gonna crack him. All right. Should we do more television? We keep forgetting we have to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was television. What we just did.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that was TV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you
Oh,
when you see that when you see the gecko cam come up in between the gecko cam,
yeah.
we call it the gecko cam because I put a tiny little camera on a gecko. I pay him minimum wage, and he sits up there to make sure we stay in the shot
And he just judges us. He goes,
constantly, shaking his head back and forth.
Hey Andy,
Yeah,
you know I have an extensive vinyl collection. Yeah.
ooh.
So like I wanted
don't
to
whip out my album. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Oh, bruh.
Oh, look at it. Is that white pants?
White bell bottoms and no shoes. Look at this. My hair was black.
Oh, that's how you dress. That's how you dress for one soiree right there.
Yeah, it was one soiree. Oh,
This is
yeah.
a
Please throw that away.
soiree.
You know what,
soiree.
Stephen? In all seriousness, you should hold on to that album because one day it will be worthless. Here, look at this. OJ Sumo Vibe. OG Sumo Vibe here. He says, soiree solo fala fa sofa was my first crush. Cute her for one Samoan girl.
She's French Polynesian. Soiree, sole falafel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Soiree is a girl's name? It's
No,
a
no, we're joking. But
oh.
soiree, I think, is a French word, right? No?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
That's why I can't say it.
Ooh, look at that. I know. I love that, James. Okay. So let's do television here. Thank you, Emma
Oh,
Jang
white
Gang.
jeans.
Huh?
Poco leti.
The white jeans,
The
though.
white
Yeah,
jeans.
well, hey, at least they weren't angel flights. that came a few years after.
But Andy, you know what the back. You remember what the back of the album looks like?
Well,
too,
you know
right?
what? I'll tell you what. You know what? Show me that album when we're doing television. I'll explain what
Okay.
what that's about. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to show it on TV, so I wanted
Yeah,
to do it
nah,
offline.
show it on TV. Show the album cover. Pretend we didn't just do what we did. Say, hey, Andy, I'm an extent, and I'll tell you what's going on with the back of that
It'll be time
album
for
cover.
some tea.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, maybe,
so-
or maybe you should say it. Steven, don't you have an extensive album collection?
Yeah. What's your most worthless? What's the most worthless 10-inch you own? Okay. Let me do the click. So this is 3.
We're gonna be doing 3, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll be right back. Okay. Hold on. Gecko Cam. Oh my goodness.
OG Sumo Vibe, this is for you right here, the Oppo camera.
Just reminiscent of his girlfriend's soiree. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's be quiet in case I want to put something over this. Yeah, we're good at that. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Daily Pigeon. That was our gecko cam you just saw, highlighting myself, Andy Bumatai, and
James Money.
that's right. And it takes that big wide angle to get both of us in. And we're proud of that fact. We are. But we're more proud that we have a special guest joining us here today. He's from the San Francisco area. Oh, wait, hold on. James is saying start the timer so we don't, mess things up. Okay. From the San Francisco area, active within the Hawaiian community there and across the nation because of Hawaiian civic clubs. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that with none other than Mr. Stephen Espaniola.
Okay.
And the crowd goes berserk. Oh, man. It ends kind of abruptly, though. You notice that?
Such a coordinated group.
Yeah, they just one time, boom, ended. So anyway.
Can I play that? Can I play that at my gigs too? At least somebody will be happy.
Maybe you want to borrow this one. Here, how about this one?
Yeah.
It's not as long. You notice that?
Oh.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, anyway, Stephen, thank you for putting up with us here on the Daily Pigeon. And, we were talking off in between, during the commercial break about your extensive vinyl collection. And I'm not talking about siding.
Yeah, I'm a huge collector of vinyl. I love to I just like the whole, the process of listening, taking your time listening to music. But I do have one in particular that I'm very fond of that you might know of.
What's that?
Um, right here. Let me see if I can get them in.
No! Oh! It's like kryptonite. Oh, you're burning my eyes. Oh my
It says
goodness. Hawaii's first.
They're the pants, though.
Yeah. Well, those are white bell bottoms, and no, they are not Angel Flight. Yeah,
Angel Flights were expensive. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that album we recorded at Kojak's, that little club I used to play across from the police station, and we
Yeah.
recorded it before All in the Ohana. I was probably 25 years old at this time. Look at
Wow.
that, my hair is gee, that strange dark color my hair is. Whoop.
It's
My,
Hey,
called
wait, wait.
youth.
yeah.
I would show the back, but is this PG, right? Rated this
What do you think? Oh, no. Okay. Let me explain what that is. Okay, we were doing a photo shoot. I'd never done a photo shoot before. Okay, so I was just kind of doing, hey, just move around and do some stuff. And I said, well, maybe I should copy George Carlin's album. Do you
Oh,
remember
okay.
George Carlin album? And he
Yeah.
had the chalk with there was the, like, looked like somebody was, a body was there and somebody, right? Well, if you look on my hand, it looks like I'm actually holding the chalk in my left hand there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that
And
makes
I was
sense.
doing that, and the guy took a picture, not expecting him to use it. And if you hold that up to George Carlin's album, we're both in the
Yeah,
exact same position.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I met him. I
Wait,
met George Carlin years later, but
so you didn't
that's
know until it was actually pressed in the stores at Tower Records?
you know what? This is how dumb I was back then. I went, oh, they take a picture and they make you an album cover. You don't have any say, do you?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, who chose the color?
I had nothing to do with any of it. I had nothing to
Is
do
it
with
like
any
burnt
of it.
orange or?
No, it's red, but it's
Yeah.
faded because next to the Hui Ohana album, it fades quickly. Let me ask you something about the quality of music. Talking about vinyl, okay? I remember I did this video, and it showed somebody putting a record on, and I actually added that
Oh, yeah.
that little crunch. And I remember OG Sumo Vibe going, I hear that, and my heart skips a beat. What about the quality of
That's all.
vinyl compared to digital?
It's just the sometimes it's hard to really pinpoint it. It's a warmth, I think, that when you're listening to, especially when you're sitting there taking the time to actually go through the process. You can hear like the same way as if you were to watch a video on like low res versus a high res 4K.
Yeah.
I think with vinyl you can hear just a lot more going on in the mastering, as you're sitting there listening to it. I could just be making all of it up though. Maybe it's the scotch that I'm drinking that makes it sound like that.
I remember I interviewed Rusty Warren, right? And she was a pioneer female comedian in the era of Lenny Bruce and
Yeah,
and those guys, George Carlin when he was just starting. And she told me, I said, um, how have things changed since the vinyl days? And she said, back in the when vinyl was popular, you'd get a new album, you'd invite your friends over, you'd
that's
sit in
true.
the
Yeah.
living room, play it, talk about it, enjoy it as a group. Now, everybody got earphones. It's a solo experience.
Well, you know what's like? So my daughter, she's a teenager, right? And
Yeah.
when she listens to music, we'll be listening to music in the car, and she'll be listening to music and maybe like 30 seconds, and then she'll move on to the next track. I was like, wait, what are you doing? Oh, just getting into that song. Like, like you gotta let the song play out. And then the kids don't really listen to like full albums all the way through anymore either. They
Yeah,
just listen
yeah,
to these little 30 seconds tidbits of a song.
yeah.
Then the vibe is gone. They go to the next,
Wow, the
it's a
vibe is
TikTok,
gone. The
a
vibe
TikTok,
builds.
yeah, the vibe builds exactly. So I don't know, I don't understand it. It's a
Well,
TikTok world that we live in.
Yep, yep.
but when that's what Danny was saying, right?
Hmm.
When we had
The
her
eight
on.
seconds.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's a gal who has 808 viral, right? And she does a lot of
Mhm.
viral videos and such. But she was saying the TikToks of the world have shortened the attention span for a whole generation.
Hmm.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
If
And
you don't
don't even
catch
get
them
me
right
started.
away, if you
Yeah.
don't catch them right away, then they're switching.
Yeah. Don't get me started on the Generation Z Starbucks employees.
Uh, the baristas.
The
well, I mean,
baristas.
yeah, I just like, hey, I like to, hey, so for your daughter, I'd like to play a little tune for you. It's called "Stairway to Heaven." Here, just check this
Oh,
out here.
jeez.
It's this.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I don't like it. Pff, out. No, wait. It builds.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. Back in the days, they worked on the full album. Now you just hear one or two songs, and then
Mhm.
okay, that's a good album. It's like, what about the rest
The
of the album?
EP. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
And
tell you
that's
what.
actually that's the mindset I still try to build my albums in. Like I
Yeah.
try to think in album format, even though it's still gonna be digital or
Hmm.
CD. So I try to get into that sort of
Hmm.
thinking when I record.
Yep.
Let's talk more about projects you have coming up when we return after this. Gecko Cam.
They got a gecko up there, and they got a dog under the.
Oh, is Kinako at your feet?
Yeah,
Oh, you got a new
I
friend.
do. A new best friend.
I have this little dog, and when um
You've heard on other episodes.
yeah, he would sit out here and bark at James and bark, and then slowly by slowly, ooh, treats helped.
Yes, it sure did.
He brings treats. He brings these tiny little treats, and you throw them. She goes, oh.
I
So
was thinking
pretty.
putting barbecue sauce on my toes.
Oh, that's the Hawaiian pedicure.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look at this here, Mad Stetter. The kids don't even know what B-side means.
Right.
No.
Oh man. Well, a lot of big hits were B-sides.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the record executives had no idea, right? How do
It's a.
you go ahead?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say when you're putting together your albums, I'm guessing you write a song, you kind of put it on the shelf, another one, another one. How do you hang them together?
It's that process. It can even take as long as like say like all of the songs are tracked and they're already recorded.
Yeah.
I can remember like on the last one, it would take like I would probably sit on it for a month, like just rearranging and then listening through the whole process after I rearrange it,
Yeah.
just to see if it flows in the way that I wanted it to flow. Um, but yeah, it's just a matter of like rearranging, listening all the way through, thinking, did that convey the vibe that I wanted to convey? And then when I'm happy, I'll just like sit on that one. I usually like to end on a acoustic, something that's very stripped down, like with just me, ukulele, and voice.
Yeah. I always wonder because every song is its own story, right? And
Mhm.
then, trying to build a book out of all these different chapters, if you will, sometimes they don't match, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's how you come up with. That's how you get B sides. Those are the ones that
But they don't have
end
that
up.
anymore. Yeah, I mean, you have to put a CD together, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, right?
Yeah. There are, I mean, there could be tracks that really, they don't fit in the whole scope of the project, and then you would just, omit those from the actual project, or you can leave them in, or put out an EP later or something, or bonus
Yeah.
tracks or something.
How hard is it to duplicate something that you've done on an album that people love that had a lot of studio tweaking?
Yeah. The You mean like live?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
it's
I'm sorry, live.
yeah, it's a that's the funniest part, because like when you're playing something and you're like really into it, and there's always a different energy live.
Yeah.
I actually prefer live energy to music than
Mm.
recorded energy. Um, but that you always get that one person who's like, oh, that don't sound like the CD.
Oh yeah, hey bro, come on, make them like the CD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love the green. I took my daughter to. She went to the concert, and
Yeah.
I wasn't really a big fan of
Yeah.
And then when I watched them, and then I fell in love with the music, and now I listen to their songs.
Wow.
Stream their songs a lot because the exposure to their live performance.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen to this. You'll
For
put
sure.
up with
Yeah.
this soon. Yeah. And if you're lucky, right? Check this out. Gene Dowell says, "Your album was the first comedy album I heard when I was 8. I'm now 48. Your Tell Me What and Why was an education for this Seattle girl, thanks to my Hawaiian stepfather." Oh, look at that. I mean, how cool is that? You know?
For Jen, that was just similar to me when I was that age watching you for the first time. I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
But imagine somebody, Steven, your album was the first one I ever went and listened to, and I decided to go into being a musician and give up my law career.
Right. That's a lot of weight. That's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, why did
And
you
your
do
parents
that?
must hate me.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not shooting, or did we? This is in between, right?
In between.
Okay. Whew, okay. I thought, oh, yeah.
No
We
pressure.
blew it.
No
Okay,
pressure.
so we got segment 4 coming up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that was good stuff. We should have put that on TV.
Yeah.
You want to do a condensed version of that for television?
Well, you
know,
can
sure.
always do a behind the scenes episode where you put all these clips that are
Yeah,
interesting.
but
Is she scared of the thunder?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why she's here.
Oh, that's right. You guys have thunder, yeah, and rain over there.
Oh, yeah.
She just jumped up on me when I just heard the
Oh.
last.
Yeah, you can
thunderstorm.
pull her up in your lap if you
Yeah.
don't mind. She likes that. But
Andy, was yours the first comedy album in Hawaii?
well, you know what? I was the first stand-up comic. I called myself that because no one had ever done traditional stand-up mic. I used to go audition and say, "Hey, I'm a stand-up comic," and the bar owner would always say the same thing: "What kind of music you play?" And I go, "Well, I don't play music."
Okay.
What? I just
What?
talk. Oh, okay. Well, I'll show you what I do. You got an audience, you got a stage. I'll just grab the microphone. This guy actually said to me one time, "Okay, well, let some people leave first." I went, "Well,
What?
what? No, you don't understand. I tell
No.
jokes to yeah, but I don't like you. I don't like you chase them away."
Oh my goodness.
You'd be surprised what we put up with. But you know what? Turns out Kent Bowman was probably the first stand-up. Now that after I, did the research. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Here, Poi Dog. Yeah, that was rap. Yeah, rap in. He
Oh
did.
no, I think he's talking about Kinako
Well, no, look.
because Kinako's on TV now.
But look here, Poi Dog was out in the
Oh,
70s.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Good
But that
album.
wasn't stand up. Yeah, that was more like a skit.
Yeah, he did. He
sketch
did skit
comedy.
comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Hawaiian Jim Belushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, Andy was a sit-down comic. And still am. Okay. Let's see, worldwide, and then we'll go to TV here. Where do you get your the motivation to write your music, Stephen? What kind of genre of music do you normally like to write about? Did you
Oh,
get
wow.
that? Here,
Yeah,
hold on. It says, where do you get your motivation to write music? What kind of genre of music to be? You know what? I got it. Stephen, let's do TV, and you can answer that question on television, and give me a reason to throw Worldwide Island Nation Cafe on television.
Hey, Kinako,
Okay.
you be
That
on TV.
involves thinking though. That my response is going to involve some thought. On that
Oh
one.
yeah, watch it. Well, oh no. Well, think about something else till we come back. Okay. Ah, and we have Gecko Cam if it decides to work, but I don't think it's working. What happened? Hey, Gecko Cam, come back. Wait a minute. Let's try again. Gecko Cam,
Kinako, what did you do to the
where you
camera?
Uh-oh.
stay? Oh, no more. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I guess we went broke the Gecko Cam. That's okay. We'll do it from the purple lava.
Kinako got the gecko eyes.
Oh, there we go. Watch out. She can't catch him though. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. And we're back with more of the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai,
And I'm James Manning.
and you have a guest,
Yes, a special guest, Kinako.
Kinako the Wonder Dog.
Yes.
Oh, look. Oh, sorry. She gave me
Oh.
stink eye when I called her that. Ooh,
my,
dogs.
my new best friend.
There we go. They know that when you talk stink about them.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you one thing though. You know that kind of stinky dog smell. You know when it's got.
Yes.
I
know it
like
right now.
that.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know it right now.
I kind of like that smell. Anyway, we have a special guest here, and let's bring him back onto the screen, Mr. Steven Espaniola. Hey! Oh,
All right.
the crowd, they love you. Stop.
Please sit
Stop.
down. Sit down, please.
You gotta get these people off your lawn, Andy.
Oh, they're here to see Kinako.
They take all the parking.
They take all the parking. Okay, we had someone ask a question during the break, and I want to give you a chance to answer it because and to read it because it's rather long. Okay, and for the people on TV, we do a live podcast and edit this show out of it. So that's where this chat comes from. You can join us 5 days a week at 3 p.m. on most platforms and, see what the heck's going on with the chat. Like Worldwide Island Nation Cafe says, where do you get your motivation for your music, Stephen? What kind of genre music do you normally like to write about?
That's an excellent question. Inspiration can come from many different places. The things that I've written about so far have been things that were really close to me. Like I wrote a song about my wife, and also my son. Sakura is about my son. It's actually a song that I co-wrote with a good friend, Puni Patrick.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I like to do too is to involve friends that I work well with the hakumele or the songwriting, and sort of collaborate with them. But usually the subject matters are very personal, and sometimes it's sprinkled with kauna or hidden meaning throughout. It's up to the listener to sort of deep dive and find out more about it. But that's a great question.
Do you ever? Oh, this after that great question. Let me ask a cheesy one.
I prefer cheesy actually because they're sometimes easier to answer.
Oh, would you like cheesy with that? Do you ever say, "Here's what it would take to write a hit"?
Oh, that's hard because what can happen is you can go down sort of like a rabbit hole of you know writing to this body of you don't know who you're writing for. You think you're writing for people who are going to consume it. So when I write, I tend to write for myself, and if it sounds good to me, then I think it might hopefully sound good to the people who listen to my music already. But yeah, if you start writing like formulaic music where it's like, okay, da 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 da, verse 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 bridge, and it's gonna sound like this, then you can sort of go down this sort of really
Yeah.
this
What?
rabbit hole.
You remember Mackie Fury, right?
Oh, that wasn't a cheesy question. That was a good question.
Oh, thank you. Mackie Fury, when he was alive, right? Kalapana was, just
Yeah.
this this mega hit. Anyway, we used to hang out a little bit, okay? And I told him one time, I said, he goes, I said, I really like your music, Mackie, but it drives me nuts when you do that thing where every time you end a song, you go, I want to know what that, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, why do you do that? Right? By the way, we went Inu small kind, so I had guts, and I went, bro.
Yeah.
So I said, what? Why do you do that? He goes, oh, you do that, they buy more records.
Wow.
Uh,
That was
Flat
the answer.
out. Okay, one more Mackie Fury thing. Yeah, Mackie Fury, R.I.P. Yeah, definitely. Do you remember Juliet? La
Oh
la
yeah.
da da
Yeah.
Juliet. I asked him one time, same sit down, bro. Who was Juliet? She must have really meant something to you. And he said, no, bro. I had this small tape recorder, and it was made by a company named Juliet. And, and it said Juliet on the top. So I used to always put my songs in there. So I used to say, come on, Juliet, be good to me today. I want to come up with something. Come on now. Hey, Juliet, I
That's
want
a
the
true story.
true story.
Wow.
How's that? You know what I mean? I
I got to
know.
see Mackie at the he was playing at the Hawaiian Regent where where Auntie Genoa used to play on the
Yeah,
top,
yeah.
and he was playing on the bottom, and it was by him, solo, and I think I was like the only one in the audience, so I was like yelling out like night. I was that one Kanak in the audience, Nightbird. Like I was just
And then he got, did he say free bird?
exactly. Then he goes into
Like
Freebird.
bird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he do it? And did he
he
remember
did
the
it.
words?
He did. Yeah. Yes and yes.
Oh, that's great. Because toward the end there,
Yeah.
again, may he rest in peace. He couldn't even remember the words to his own songs. How do you
Yeah. It was
remember
sad.
all those words? That's a good question because you don't just
That.
play
Yeah.
your songs; you play other people's songs too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like a plethora of like Hawaiian classic songs. So I mean, I've been doing them for so long that they're just part of my my being now.
Oh,
But I
okay.
do go so but when I'm first learning a song, I do go through a sort of like a visual memorization type of a process um where I'm it's as if I'm like looking at the lyrics in my mind, and I
Wow.
sort of use I try to remember like at least the the kaheo, the first line of the next verse, and that sort of like triggers the rest of the verse.
Wow.
Um, but a lot of repetition for sure. Um, in the beginning, you have
Cheat sheet.
cheat sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. When you play Hawaiian songs, right? Do you go through the Hawaiian lyrics so that you know the story? I mean, obviously you know the story, but sometimes the way it's put in Hawaiian is very different than English, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And knowing the subject matter too will affect the way that you present the song. Like you could sing it in a different way in certain section. So
Wow.
definitely, you definitely should know the what you're singing about. Um, in any genre, in any song.
Okay. This sounds really name droppy, right? But I was in a club with Robert Cosimero. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
all the masters.
well, but we're sitting in a club and there was this group on stage and they were, just starting out and they were singing some Hawaiian song and slaughtering it.
Oh
Okay. And
no!
you see Robert just like this and then,
Wait,
okay, thank you.
that wasn't me on stage, was it?
No, no, wasn't you.
Okay.
You would have remembered this
Okay.
because Robert walked on stage after their set and grabbed his kid by the shoulder and he says, do you know what you're singing? And the guy
Oh
goes,
my goodness!
oh, no, I don't speak Hawaiian. He says, maybe you should find out.
Wow.
Wow.
Just because,
Wow.
And he was
you know.
trembling.
I don't know. I don't. You know what? The worst part is, I don't think the kid knew who Robert was.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? I just, henny henny ko aka ko
Oh
lay lay
no.
ana. Oh, brah, Robert was just like, shoot me now, Uh,
That's it's funny that to tie it all in, like that's what I feel when I play these ukulele festivals, like in Pennsylvania, New York,
wow.
Colorado. I try to I feel
Hey
that it's my
Stephen, hey
job to sort
Stephen,
of correct.
I
Oh,
gotta stop you because we're
yeah,
running out
yeah,
of time on this
no
segment.
worries,
We'll finish that one in segment 5. We'll be right back after this. Sorry, Stephen.
no worries.
I hate that part about doing TV.
Also, that was
Oh,
segment 5.
I
Oh,
saw
oh.
it too. I saw the cue too, and I was like, let me tell the story fast.
Yeah, well,
Oh no, you're right. You're right. We're going to segment 5.
we're going into segment 5. And remember, I started it about 30 seconds late.
Oh, that's why you had to cut him off.
Yeah, that's why I had to cut him
Ah,
off. Because
yeah,
what
that's all right.
happens is I do this terrible thing. I should go to this shot more here so that I have something to edit out of. Whoa! Hey man,
Oh,
Elva, mahalo for cheering 1,000 biddies. That's a Twitch thing.
what does that mean?
A bit is 1 cent, right?
Okay.
So when okay, I'm gonna showcase my public school math. So
The cacalera.
yeah, so that's what, $10 1,000, or is it? It's not
Yep.
a,
Yep. $10.
is it $10? Yeah, so that someone just donated $10 to the show.
Wow, that's
Never.
cool.
Mahalo, C Honda. Andy, jump quick to the next segment. Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, $10. Thank you.
We can get more treats for our,
Yeah.
our
Okay.
special.
Yeah. Let's. And the reason C Honda, one of our moderationists, is saying jump quick, so you don't forget your the question you just asked. Okay. So let me go to the purple lava, and we're gonna do segment 5 coming up. Okay. For those of you who don't know the purple lava, this is what lava would look like if it was invented by Filipinos.
Or if Barney fell down the volcano.
Oh no, Barney.
If they would sacrifice Barney.
I love.
Ah! Ooh, look the color nice, yeah. Oh man, and we are back. And I gotta tell you, folks, you gotta join us on the live chat, because what goes on during the commercial breaks is, shall I say, thank you. Okay, so Stephen, you were talking about what? When we
Huh?
went into the break. Uh-oh, see
Oh,
Honda
so
gonna give me scolding.
huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Do you
Oh yeah,
remember?
no worries. Yeah, we were talking about you had the story about Kumu Robert was he scolded someone on stage, yeah, and they were doing butchering the lyrics or something. And I was that sort of ties into, like, when I visit all of these ukulele festivals from Pennsylvania to New York to all over the country. I I feel it's almost like my kuleana to um, correct the the interpretation of what's being done with Hawaiian music, because a lot of times the way people present Hawaiian music is a sort of Hollywood version of what they think Hawaiian music is, and there's mispronunciations and this and that, and so I try to bring a source of authenticity to it, and not that I'm any authority on Hawaiian music, but I try to do my best to educate.
Wow. Someone told me once that learning Hawaiian music that is sung properly is a good way to learn the Hawaiian language.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Because you have to learn the subject matter, and even now when I listen back to my very first album, I hear some of the uh, the way I'm pronouncing certain things. I just sort of cringe at because I've grown as a musician. So, but it's all it's just like it's probably the same feeling you get when you see that first album, right?
Ah!
If you didn't have
Sorry.
that first album, if you didn't have that first album, we wouldn't be here doing the
Yeah.
podcast today, right? So you learn throughout every one of those steps.
Well, the producer on that album, by the way, showed him, the first version, and I listened to it, and I said, I thought I did better than that. He goes,
Yeah.
well, you know how long it took me to get all that crowd noise out?
Wow.
Oh no,
I went, no, that's. He
that's
said
the
he was
whole
a
point.
music producer. We had to go back and go, no, let him talk, and that's. I know that's how
Oh
that's
my
where.
goodness.
Yeah.
There's far too many laughing going on, and we had to cut. We
They
had
were
to cut it out.
they were laughing at your act. Gil Soto, mahalo for gifting a sub to someone anonymously. That's what all this stuff
Ooh.
running through the screen is now. On the Twitch side or on different platforms, when people give a gift of a subscription to somebody else, we celebrate with those little emotes, as they say, running through.
Nice.
But it says, look, Darlene S says, but that's how us Howley get to know the proper way it's sung, not the Hollywood way, right?
Yeah. And when you say the Hollywood way, you're talking about like that beach Hawaiian, that what's the like generic Hollywood beach blanket bop
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
type of.
Yeah. There's a sort of like I mean, it sort of carries over into hula too.
Mm.
How hula was uh, sort of captured in a certain way, and I always say uh, I'm here to undo the things that Tiny Tim did.
Oh, dude, my goodness. Well, how about this one? I was listening to something. I was listening to Roby Kahakalau, right? And she
Yeah,
did this
he's
thing
great.
about Papa He'enalu. What was it? No something my He'enalu or something. Don't grab my wave. I forget what the phrase was in her
Oh yeah,
song,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So she goes, she says, wait. Um, Papa He'enalu. Or anyway, and then right after that, I heard that song, that surf song. I think it was by Jan and Dean. Papa ooh mau mau, Papa ooh mau mau.
Oh my god.
Craziest
Oh,
word that I ever.
that's right.
Papa ooh mau. And it talks about they went to the islands and they heard somebody say Papa ooh, and it's probably Papa ooh mau mau,
Yep,
right? My
yep.
surfboard,
Oh wow.
What's
right?
so funny is I never even made that connection on that
Yeah.
song because I know that song. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
never. It was so bad that I never made the connection that it was Hawaiian.
Wow.
Yeah, because there they are, And another one was, the East Coast girls, and then Waimea Bay, that
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Like, oh, Beach Boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Papa Uamaumo,
Wow. Did not think that was a Hawaiian. That they were trying to say a Hawaiian word. That's crazy.
Yeah,
well,
not. I'm gonna look it up now. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it again.
yeah, and the Robi Kahakalau song, I wish I could remember what it was, but it is Hui Mai Kanalu or something, I think was the verse in there. But anyway, brah,
Yeah.
you know. But do you ever feel a pressure, you know, that,
Oh,
that
you mean from
doing
from
the traditional Hawaiian songs?
no, I don't. I mean, maybe in the beginning I did. Uh, but you do your due diligence in making sure that
Mm.
everything is correct.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And so you got to put in the work, and so like I with that comes a sense of confidence, and knowing what you're putting out is correct. And but if I was just going out there and winging it and doing Papa Uwa, like all that
Yeah,
then
like
I
you
would
did
feel
in the
pressure.
beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, oh, how much you gonna pay me? Oh, sure, I'll do Vika.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, those early days were torture
when did
for
the
not just.
falsetto become a big part of what you do?
It's interesting because I was actually it was by accident. I was in a band here in the Bay Area, and I was the bass player in the band. And our lead singer left. He jumped ship and went to another group. And then we sort of all looked around and said, like, anybody else can sing? And I was like, oh, man, I know what falsetto sounds like. You know, I listened to Hui Ohana when I was small,
Yeah,
so so I just tried it. You know, I was like, well, sure, I'll sing. And then in the beginning was, oh man, you didn't want to hear those. It was early days, but I just
I
kept
happen
going
to
and
have the
going.
album.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm wearing white pants too.
Yeah. Okole shot. So how did it
But
go
then,
over? I mean, when you did
you
it for
know,
the
it's I did it at a huge Aloha festival too. It was like, probably thousands, hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but many hundreds of people were there.
yeah.
And
Well, that
you
was
put in that you
go
put in
ahead.
that work, and I think you got to have those failures
Mm,
to have the successes later, you know.
mhm.
But isn't it physically difficult to do and maintain?
Oh, falsetto. Yeah, as a
Yes.
matter of fact, the older you get to, your voice starts to degrade and get a little bit lower, so you can't always have that higher. So if you listen to like the early Hui Ohana songs,
Yeah.
Uncle Dennis Paval's voice was like way up here, and I think like he was singing in the key of A, and then like when he went solo, his voice kind of went down a couple
Yeah.
keys
Wow.
to like maybe around like the D range or something like that. But
I,
yeah, that's just a natural part of singing.
I tell you what, Stephen, we're going to go to another break. Do you think you could maybe play a little ukulele for us and kind of
Yeah.
be our background music as we go to the next segment?
Oh, just like
Yeah,
what
we just need to do it
instrumental?
quickly because we're coming up on time. There you
Okay.
go. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more of Stephen Espanola after this. Ahoy ho.
How's that? I just made
Oh,
that up on the spot.
Hokolava. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the
Because I was worried about like copyright
Copyright.
hits. I was like, oh man, let me just write something right now.
if you would have gone into the opening licks of Stairway to Heaven, I would have had to stop you. Oh, look at that would be so cool. Yeah, there. Kamako Fernandez falsetto gives me chicken skin.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
there
he's a
you
good
go.
friend. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome singer.
Oh, that was awesome. And where? Yay! Oh, she's the one. Oh, look. Okay, Nani, that was beautiful. By the way, that was Nani's idea. She sends me texts on the bat phone here, and she goes, "Have Stephen play as you're going out." No, no, okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Sakura, beautiful song with beautiful meaning and favorite falsetto of the. Yeah, well, I guess we
Oh,
could
thank
play
you.
that, but it would be the whole seg. How long is that song? Like 4 minutes?
No, it's like an unradio friendly 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, see that would be the whole segment. Yeah.
Unradio friendly.
I have got to remember to start this timer because I always forget. Okay, so this is the last segment, and this segment is only 6 minutes and 30 seconds long, right? So let me change the timer. There we go. Okay. Anything you want to pimp out in the last segment here? And of course, to the Hamajang gang, we you can do this in real time. Do you have any gigs coming up, like in the next week or so that we need to know about?
Um, yeah, I mean, I have Noelani's coming up this Saturday.
Okay.
Um,
What
and then
area
I'm
is
back at
Noelani? Nohelani's.
it's in San Carlos, California, which is it's about 20 miles south of San Francisco.
Okay. And is there someone that can go and like StephenEspaniola.com?
Oh yeah, exactly that. It's just www.stephenespaniola.com. I
Okay.
try to keep it pretty current with my live appearances, so
Yeah.
it's the best place probably to go.
It's
Okay.
always the most difficult thing about having your own website is updating the next
Oh
show.
yeah,
I get
yeah.
scolded a lot from the manager.
Oh, are you kidding?
Did you put the poster up? Did you put the post? I was like, oh yeah.
Oh man, don't even start
Oh
with
wait,
that. I'm
wait.
up
We might have the same manager, yeah.
every.
It's like, oh, that's right. I told you 2 days ago that I would do it as soon as we hang up, right? Sorry. It's like,
Well, the one I got today was, hey, listen, since we're doing those other 3 morning shows, can we add a 4th one? So I got 2 TV and 2 more, all in one morning, and I got to be in Honolulu like at 8 o'clock in the morning. And from Mililani, it's one of those things. You do the old guy math. Oh man, I got to leave 6 and then be stuck in traffic with everybody else who hates their life.
and if it's
And
raining,
then you
leave
gotta
at
be
5.
then you gotta be on like once you get
Oh
there, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
You have
then
to
you
be
got to
on
be
that,
on.
you know.
And
And
the
go ahead.
worst part about it is you got to be on for 3 minutes, so you have all these ideas that you thought of while you were driving, and you get none of it in. You just get like one bit that you thought about.
Well, you could just do Joaquin, Phoenix, right? I don't know. How am I supposed
And then you'll
to
go
know?
you go viral if you do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, what's old guy math? Old guy's math is when you were young, you could just get out, brush your hair. I look great. You know what I mean? But when you're old, you got to add extra time. Because you remember, well, you're still young, but it was like, whoa, that guy, nice body. Now, oh, look that guy, nice shirt.
Oh yeah, that's my exercise regimen is that my shirts just get bigger. I just buy bigger shirts.
Okay,
Try to
so anyway, so there, that's the gig coming up now, the Nohelanes and
Noelanis and then
Noelani.
no, I keep saying Nohelani. Sorry.
what's the other one? Oh, I'm back at Pono on Cinco de Mayo.
Okay. What was that
Um,
little club you texted me from?
that was Pono.
Oh,
That
that's
was in
Pono.
Santa Cruz. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, that's great.
yeah. It's my friend Timmy Hunt owns that one. Maui boy.
Oh yeah, he was saying, guarantee you sell out. I went, how many is the seat? Oh, about 55. Oh, yeah. With the
Even I
plane
sold
fare.
them out.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I'll fly over there with the plane fare and the rental car and all that.
Yeah.
You do the math. I'd have to do 10 shows,
Yeah, yeah.
plus. Anyway, Hawaiian 50 says, aloha, 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 aloha to everybody from Houston, Texas.
Hey.
There we go, right there. Okay, so let's launch into the, let's say, on TV, James gets closer to the mic. So what does that mean? Now turn him down? When we're off camera, bring James's mic up. And then when we're on TV, bring his down.
Oh.
That's why we need a producer,
Wait, why did I go closer to my mic though when you said that?
By the way, you know what? You look at this shot.
I
Boy, that's
know.
a serious mic there. That's the Blue Yeti, right?
Yeah, yeah. I got it on one of these shock mount stands.
Shock mounts.
I
yeah.
thought you were under attack for a second when you switched.
North Korea. North Korea.
They're not using balloons anymore. They're using microphones.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's knock out this last 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And don't worry about being creative until we're on television because people love to see that process.
Oh, you mean the
Okay.
process of like a dazed look?
That dazed, I don't know. We'll go viral. Okay. So now I have to look at purple lava because I don't have my.
Mocam.
Mo'okem died. Oh, maybe he caught a lizard or his own tail or something. Okay.
Menehune went from what's that thing here and is now up there.
Yeah. Always something. Here we go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for not, checking out all their shows. What am I trying to say, James?
You're saying that the other programs are probably better than this, but you stuck around with us. So thank you.
Clear and concise. You know what? I got to tell you something. That's what I don't like about you. You're honest. Let's knock off this honesty thing.
Nice shirt
wait.
today.
Oh, wait a minute. You gotta remind me to start this thing here. Okay, wait. Okay, we're gonna start over because I gotta get this last one. I'm tired of trying to cut things out. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Forget it. Let's just start it. All right, we'll go from here. Raw and all. I'll edit. I
What's
know.
in this cup?
Honesty.
Yeah.
I know. Stephen, what do you do when you have a show and you just don't feel like doing it?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Oh, that's yeah. Now you got me in that Joaquin Phoenix
Take your time.
stupor. Um, you gotta dig deep and find a way to sort of push through. I've definitely had those. You saw how it hit home, right? When you said that, I was like, oh,
You remember the incident. I mean, do
you
you
gotta,
say,
yeah.
do you go with it? In other words, you're feeling sad. Do you go with a sad song or do you fight against it and try to do something more up?
I try to just do because I've learned early on, like there could be like that one person in the audience that would just drove super far to come see you, and super big fan, and if you weren't delivering, then that person, they might not be a fan anymore. So um I've always learned to just kind of like suck it up and just uh, find a way to just get through, however many minutes of a show,
Yeah.
and think of things that make me happy, um just to kind of push through it for sure.
Wow.
And I think what helps is like if there's a song that I love, that I personally love, I'll sort of use that to kind of wake me up out of this whatever funk I happen to be in,
Wow.
and that usually works. And then I can, have after the show to go back to whatever place I was at.
How often is the song you go to? I left my heart in San Francisco.
um, Almost never.
Ah, oh man, and that's the part, that people don't know about. It's like, like one of my favorite jokes is, what's the definition of a musician? Someone who takes
Yeah.
$5,000 worth of equipment, puts it in a $300 car, drives 500 miles to make $50.
Oh yeah, that's the gig life, right? But you know what? Like I think if I could pose that question to both of you, being a comic is a little bit tougher because say you're having like the worst day ever, then you got to be funny for 45 minutes to a crowd and just make them laugh. I think that would be super hard to do. Music you can be sort of like internal, and sort
Close
of
your
like
eyes and
introspective.
emote.
Exactly.
Mm.
But with comedy you have to be out there, right?
I don't know about you, James, but when that has happened to me, I step into another person. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of have to leave the sad guy. Check him at the door. Come on and do the thing. The some of the best shows I've ever done. I walked out and said, man, I gotta tell you, I don't feel like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you launch. You ever had one of those days when just nothing goes right, and sometimes the best stuff comes out of there. Sometimes you die like a rat.
Yeah, for me, it's like when they introduce my name, I just yell because for me, it's energy. The
Yeah.
energy will get me up on stage, and then I'll feel good for a time. But then when I start hearing the crowd laugh, it gets me in the mood. But
Yeah.
sometimes you get a phone call just before you go up on stage, and it's bad news or something. It's tough, but just remembering that, like you said, the people drove so far to get there. So it's more about
Yeah.
the audience. Like I got to go and give this to them. So
Well,
I get myself in the mood that way. Just
How,
yell.
how many times have you walked out on stage and there's 5 people and there are entertainers, right, that will go, I'm not going to do that. And then when you think these people showed up when no one else did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like that Mackie Fury show, right? Like I was the only one there, but I was like that was the best
Never.
show ever for me
Yeah.
because he still delivered.
Mm.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you heckled him.
Hey, Nightbird again, Nightbird again.
Come on, bro. Nobody's there like you, my man.
And he delivered.
I saw. Oh God, I wish I. The name is escaping me. Oh, that ruins the story. It was a big act, right? And
Hmm.
he went on, and played all his hits like it was the record, right?
Wow.
Oh wow.
Hardly
Yeah.
talked to the audience. Probably it's good. I don't know his. I don't remember his name. And afterwards, people complained and said, "I could have stayed home and watched and listened to the album."
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't need this. You know what I mean? So that what you're talking about, that personality on stage, I
Hmm.
think it's the most important thing of a live performance.
What a lot of people don't realize too is like what we do. It's a very reciprocal kind of thing, right? We feed off of the that audience energy, and that's what we're giving back, right?
Yeah.
Like James said it best when you said you feed off of that audience. Yeah, it's the same in music. I do the same thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Stephen Espanola for sharing his thoughts with us today. And thank you for watching The Daily Pigeon. See you next time. Aloha.
Yeah. Whoo.
Hold on, one more time.
Oh, there we go.
And then abruptly.
And then ends abruptly. Because the guy put the sign down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
All
man,
right,
this one,
Steven. So let's see.
this was nice and it was deep, huh? We got into some deep topics.
That's good. I like
Yeah,
that.
I
You
love that
know,
too. Yeah.
I don't know if you joined us when in on the first segment when I was talking about, a lot of people when I was talking about doing this on television, they said, people who watch TV, they don't want to hear a podcast, right? And then I
Yeah.
started thinking, The View is a podcast,
Oh yeah,
right?
that's all it is. Yeah.
That's all it
Like
is.
you
They get,
said, they don't have these giant
yeah,
mics.
yeah. That's what they need. You know what I mean? Because I mean, tell me, Whoopi Goldberg wouldn't look better with that mic off to her left,
And the glasses got to be down. And it's got to be like,
right? And the bass in the back,
Yeah. See. Oh, and the
apothecary. What?
apothecary,
Yeah.
pharmaceutical
He's
Chinese
he
herb
got this
thing.
antique with all you can't see it with all these little drawers and stuff, and it used to belong to a Chinese guy who sold drugs,
oh wow. I've been to what do you call the needle thing?
acupuncture.
Acupuncture
Yeah.
Oh
in
yeah.
Chinatown, and they had like that, but there's a whole wall.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
woman there couldn't speak
Wow.
English.
Wow.
They
Yeah.
had one guy who would translate, and then they opened up one of the drawers, shoveled some things into a brown paper bag, and handed it to me and said, "Boil this in water,
Yeah.
and then drink it." I take it home, and I said, "Thank you." I take it, I open it. Look, it looks like somebody was raking their yard and then put it in because it wasn't just leaves; it was also twigs and branches, and I was like,
It was from a bird nest. That's why.
that's the thing. I was like, I mean, I shouldn't disrespect their culture, but could this be a prank? It's like.
Well, wait, did it work though?
I couldn't do it. It was a stick in there. I was like,
Right.
Oh,
this looks like the stick outside in the backyard. I don't know. I mean, I can't trust this.
Wow.
Acupuncture was great though.
You know, I had a dog who has since passed away, but I took him to the vet and he had a back problem. It was an older little, thing. And she gave him acupuncture.
It worked.
oh
Yeah,
wow.
it worked. But I have this picture. I should have found it. And he looks like a porcupine because he was like a little 5-pound dog. And I said, "Can I just take him home like this?" No dogs
Halloween.
at the park would bite him.
If
Oh,
that-
look at this. Michi Mama says, "I found a bag like that in my son's room. He was so mad he asked he asked how I know how much that cost." Twig tea cures everything. There we go. All right, gang. Let's see. We do these shows. They always come in at about an hour and a half with the TV show in it. So
so many interesting things to talk
yeah.
about.
Well, I got to tell you, we got heavy there, like Stephen was saying, and I really dug
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too bad I have to edit all of it out. I'm just gonna go with the silly stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Night bird.
like like Stephen holding up the ukulele and going, "This is what happened if you wash one bass in hot water." Right here. Oh, hey, and Michael Anthony Smith, thank you for this show, Stephen. Thank you very much for being here. He's a musician, has a few
Oh,
albums
nice.
out, and knows what it's like to be in the recording studio.
Soiree.
Ooh, if nothing else, we came away with soiree.
Yeah.
And
And I'm actually saying it right.
Well, thanks to the phonetic spelling of was it Devon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, gang. Thank you for joining us once again. And again, every weekday at 3 p.m. And we will be on television in about 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Our first show airs March 6th. And you know what, Stephen? Here,
Nice.
I keep trying to end the show, but real local. Can I say goodbye? Take a long time.
If we had food, we'd be offering you.
Oh,
Hey, take this home.
Please,
Take 'em
come
home.
on, take.
'em home.
Oh no. Okay, I'll take the bag of meat, but here, take the leash back. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's okay. Probably that was a good thing. Okay, gang. Aloha. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks,
Aloha.
James. Thanks, Auntie.
Bye now. Whoo.